time in this country when most people made their living by farming. Some farmers did well, some barely scratched out a living.
I was one of the farmers who had a hard time feeding his family. My name is John Carver. It has been many years since we lived, but my friends and I would like to tell you a story.
John's farm was cute, small, and though he toiled in the fields every day, his crops were always brown and scrawny.
It is just so happened that John was married to Betty and Betty was a mighty clever lady.
My husband was not a very good one, but he loved his work, so I decided as long as he was happy, I would make sure that we had enough to eat.
One winter day when the wind blew very cold and snow drifted very high, Betty sent John to the chicken coop for the fresh dinner. This is a large chicken we have, Betty. I don't know what we will eat tomorrow, so roast it with care.
When the chicken was cooked, Betty set it on the table.
What a grand chicken you have prepared. It looks so brown and crispy and it smells delicious. It is shame that we do not have even crust of bread to go with it. Oh well, we cannot dwell on what we do not have. Let's call the children and eat.
Do not call the children. I am going to take this chicken to Baron who lives in the magnificent house on the hill.
I do not understand you all, Betty. I do not understand you all, Betty. Why do you want to give away our last morsel of food?
Never you mind, I have an idea. Betty thought that if she gave the chicken to the Baron, he might give her something even better in return.
So she set off for the Baron's house. When she got there, she was shown into the corner where the Baron sat with his wife, 2 sons and 2 daughters. Betty gave the chicken to her.
Let me see, here are 6 of you all together.
Don't forget yourself. You shall share it with us.
Dividing one chicken 7 ways, so each that got person satisfied was task set out for Betty.
The Baron made himself comfortable in his favorite chair. Betty looked at the bird. The first thing she did was cut off the tail and give it to the Baron's wife. Here, ma'am, you should have the tail because it is your job to sit in the house and see it is properly run.
Then she pulled off the 2 legs of the chicken and handed to each of the Baron's sons.
You fine strong boys have the legs because I know you love to walk in your father's field. It is fitting for you to have legs.
Betty then gave a wing to each of Baron's daughters.
You lovely girls get the wings. I know each of you love to travel to distant places.
Finally, Betty cut off the head of the chicken.
Here, sir, there will be no question that this is right part for you, sir. Because you are the head of house and since I am just poor farmer's wife, I will be happy with the leftovers.
Of course, that meant Betty got most of the chicken.
Wasn't she clever?
The Baron laughed heartily. Bless my soul, you are a clever one, Betty. I have never enjoyed myself so much. I want you to take this jug of nectar and this loaf of bread along with the chicken. I hope our paths will cross again someday. Betty took the food back home that night. She and her family. They ate until they were full. The next day I was in town and told some other farmer what Betty had done. One of those farmers was Jack Green. Jack Green was a greedy man and also looking for the way to get the best of a deal.
Jack was on reason why couldn't he do what Betty has done, so he went roasted 5 fat geese, then he took them to the Baron.
Yes, sir, I would like to have these 5 fine geese. I thank you, farmer. If you don't mind, I would like you to divide the geese between My family and yourself, you shall share it with us.
Jack took the knife and as he started to make a cut, he stopped and scratched his head.
No, that one, but let's see, maybe it would be better if I cut here. No, that one, but let's see, maybe it would be better if I cut here either.
Jack thought and thought. He stood on one foot then the other, but he could not think of a divide 5 geese fairly between the 7 people.
Finally, Barna grew tired of waiting.
Send for Betty, she will know what to do.
When Betty arrived, the Baron said,
Here is the problem. We have 5 geese to be divided fairly between me, my wife, my 2 sons, my 2 daughters, and you. Can you do it?
Why, certainly, sir. Here is a goose for you and your wife. Now you, your wife, and the geese are 3. And here is a goose for your daughters and 1 for your son. Now they are 3. If I take the remaining 2 goose, I am 3. You see, it is really very simple. The Baron roared with laughter, and when he stopped, he turned to Jack and said,
Do not come back to my house until you are as clever as Betty, and since I do not think that will ever be, I bid you a final farewell.
The Baron was so pleased to meet Betty. He rewarded with 3 gold coins and teach John how to be a better farmer.
Baron kept his promise, and slowly but surely I became a good farmer. My crops grew high and my family grew strong, all because of Betty.